In this video, I'm going to walk you through the process of the preparation and painting for an old house I've purchased. The aim of the painting in this project was to add value in the bank's revaluation process. Things I really like about painting is you don't need to spend a lot of money to achieve a nice result. The first step when painting an old house is to go through and clean all the walls and trims. I like to add sugar soap to a bucket of water and then wash and wipe everything down with an old rag. If you take your time on the preparation, you're going to achieve a much better finished result. Here's a list of the materials that I used for this project. The colour of the paint I used for the walls is called Midnight Seas. I used this in a SolarGuard product. The colour of the paint I used for all the timber trims is a white shade called Surf Mist, also in SolarGuard. The only other material I used was some tubes of No More Gaps, one container of Sally's spack filler and some sugar soap. Once all the surfaces are clean, the next step is to use a gap filler to fill all the gaps and cracks between the different materials of the old house. The technique I use is to apply the gap filler to each crack, run my finger along the crack to make sure it has gone all the way in, then use a damp cloth to apply it to the crack to make sure it is nice and smooth. Once I've finished with the gap filler, I will proceed to fill any small holes that need to be filled. The product I'm using is called Spack Filler Rapid. It's easy to apply and sets quickly. Simply add to any small holes that need to be filled, then come back in 30 minutes to sand smooth. Once all the preparation is finished, I can start to paint. This house has a lot of cover trims, so what I'm going to do is use a brush to paint the cover trims and edges of each panel, then follow after with a roller. I will now go through and repeat that process for the entire house. Always make sure you place a drop sheet below the area where you are painting. Apply 2 coats of paint to all the walls for a nice uniform finish. As all the panels are quite small, I'm using a brush for all the trims and a small 100mm roller to fill in the panels. Now all the walls have 2 coats of paint, it's time to move on to painting the timber trims. I'm using a small 100mm roller to roll in the architraves, and I'm following along with an angled brush to cut in between the intersection between the architrave and the wall. I will then go through and repeat the process on all the timber trims and architraves. Apply 2 generous coats of paint to all the timber trims. Remember to clean all the paint brushes straight after use. With this easy, cost-efficient project, I was able to add an extra 15% of value onto the bank's revaluation.